So basically, I'm just gonna be doing like a simple TDX like nightmare mode while talking about this. I just wanted to talk about both Tower Defense Simulator and Tower Defense X's winter events. I know TDX's isn't finished, but TDS's is. So I'm gonna talk about both. I'm gonna start with TDS and talk about like the pros and the cons about both games, and then give my honest complaints. So starting with TDS, oh, I guess they changed the amount of money. Oh, that comma, that's weird. So what do I personally think about TDS event? I think it's really good. TDS kind of like never really messes up with their own events. Like they most time make good winter events, like Krampus Revenge, Mecha Claus, Operation Ice, or well, now this one. They always seem to make like an actual like really good winter event all the time. So, starting with the pros, I feel like their best pro and definitely the smartest thing they did was collabing with Forsaken. That is extremely smart because Forsaken has thousands of hundreds of thousands of players that play this game every single day, and adding this skin that's like, I know it's a bit difficult and I have heard some complaints like, hey, well, I'm having to help my friends beat it because they play Forsaken, and they're a bit annoyed that the mode is a bit difficult, but I think it's a really good marketing tactic because it makes people who haven't played TDS before have to play TDS, and then maybe, oh wait, look, I like this game, I want to play it more. It gives them thousands of players. Like, I don't know how many players are playing TDS right now, but it's probably not like the 40,000s or more because of how many people play Forsaken that want that narrator skin. Now, another pro I feel like is the skins. There's like the Battle Pass skins honestly are like really cool and I like them a lot and I am going to use them in the future. Another pro I feel like is hard mode's actually difficult, but also fun. I like the spotlight thing being like a callback to Lunar Overture and all the things that they did with that. It's honestly really cool in my opinion, and in my actual opinion, I do like it. But there is still a little bit more of some things that I need to talk about and like say. For one, the what was it? For one, the probably biggest controversy with TDS's new event is how you get those skin crates. And I am perfectly fine with that. I think that you get a couple and then you can buy them in Robux. Like they're just optional skin, like it's like a deluxe crate. You can still get them, but it takes a long time to get. It's just you know it's just a cosmetic. You don't need it. Like it's not like Warlock or Spotlight Technician where it actually helps you in the real game. No. It's just a cosmetic. Ah, shit. But I think then their other con that they did with the event was the map is kind of a bit barren in my opinion. Like there's not really much that's going on in the map. It's kind of like depressing, I'd say. But then the last thing, like the last kind of like con that I have to say is it is very difficult. Like the boss fights now in TDS, they have like millions of health and are extremely difficult to beat. And I don't mind that. That I think is like smart to do because it makes people have to actually like focus in the game and play well. But also at the same time, it provides people lots of controversy and are like, well, is this game good? Do I personally want to play this? And for me, my opinion, do I like the event? Yes. I think it's a really good event. I think they did a really good job and it's also really fun. And now that I have to actually use a strategy, it reminds me of like classic older TDS where you have to like demo like Umbra's event. It reminds me of that like a lot where you have to use like Ranger and Turret and Accelerator And like all these like towers, not like fucking Gatling gun or mercenary base or pursuit that are like overpowered. It's mainly like the old meta towers that are actually good in this mode, which I feel like makes it better because it reminds older players of that newer TDS feel, as in like back when the game first came out. But there is one thing I don't really like. It's the grind. I mean, the grind isn't that bad to grind for the like regular battle pass skins. I'm fine with that. I'm actually almost done with it, and it's been pretty fun. But I can see how like people don't like grinding for a very long amount of time to actually finish the battle pass. But moving on from that, now going Tower Defense X. This is probably the most controversial one because there also isn't the part 2. But hey, fuck it, I'm just gonna talk about it. The first thing that I like personally want to say about TDX is their event is a really cool idea. I think like Man vs. Steel is actually like really cool, and also I have played Man vs. Machine in Team Fortress 2, and I do like that mode pretty much. I think it's really like a really cool idea to actually build up on that idea more. You know, and it also, this event is actually like lore based, unlike Shattered Moon where it wasn't. But in my opinion, do I think this event, like part 1 in itself, do I think it's good? There are 3 modes, easy, normal, and nightmare, and all those 3 can be beaten with this loadout. 3 towers, and again, the nightmare towers, actually, you can even beat it with the Oil Derrick and War Machine Factory. You don't even need to beat it with Behemoth. I just add Behemoth because it's like more damage, make sure I win. Kind of shit. But then, what about the skins? The Battle Pass is 50 fucking tiers, more than TDS's Battle Pass, which I already have complained about, by the way. And somehow still, there's barely any skins. It's all fucking filler. That shit that no one cares about. It's literally 90% filler, and the rest is good stuff. Which really makes me a bit annoyed. But, is the event fun? Fuck no. This event is so boring to play and to beat. It's not even a challenge. Like, I remember, for me, for example, I love Halloween 2024 and also Xmas 2024. Those are going, like, in my heart as, like, the best tower defense events in history. Yet, like, and also with their release of Nightmare being, like, a really cool mode and, like, a really cool update, yet somehow, for some reason, they messed up on this event. I don't even know how. Like, it seemed at first like a really good event, but now all of a sudden it's just bad. The event started like people had high hopes for it. The trailer came out and everyone was like, "This is gonna be a really good, really fun event." And I'm just sitting here walking around the map, waiting for the credits to spawn so then I can upgrade my Behemoth and War Machine factories. It's not a fun event. Another thing about it are the cookies. I know probably there's gonna be like more cookies that are like gonna be in like the part 2, like I'll be get like 25 for being Nightmare or something. But it just feels so boring and slow. You get 6 cookies per 20 minutes. Like, it's just annoying. I wish other modes would also give you cookies, because then you can have more variety to grind. Instead of 2 on easy, 4 on normal, and 6 on nightmare. There should be 5 on easy, 10 on normal, and 20 on nightmare. I don't want to have to grind, what, like 15 games to get the DJ skin. I don't want to have to do that when I can just play 5 games instead and get it, or just buy it with Robux. Like, the event, the cool idea. And then the last complaint that I have about this event is, where's the final boss? There's no final boss. And TDX, they are known for their final boss fights. There's the boss fights in general, like seeing like example like Emperor spawn with that 20 million HP health bar, and then like the theme just kicks in, you're like, oh shit, I am cooked. Like nothing really like makes you feel that way when you first face the Emperor. And the boss themes are always like slapping the GJ, he just cooks with his like boss fight soundtracks. But in this event, there's no boss fight, or no final boss, which makes it so boring. Like, for example, Nightmare Chapter 3 in Halloween 2024 is by far my favorite, and also in my opinion the best tower defense boss fight. Just the fact that like it's perfectly timed, like you hear the beat drop, and then all like the Eradicator Mark II hologram guys spawn in, and you have to lock in to kill them, is really cool of an event, like boss fight. And the fact that like he kills your towers by stepping on them, like your towers are directly in the line of fire, makes it so much cooler. Like everything about it is just such a cool thing. But there is no boss, and I think they're either going to make like Chapter 2 gonna be like a big like giant like fucking warship, or good old Juggernaut, actually Juggernaut, or like a giant war machine boss like you have to kill, or something like that, you know, like something that's like provides much more presence. Like for example, if Emperor was the only boss that you fought, Emperor would have like a much bigger appeal because he's the only boss fight. But since he's not, he has a little bit like not as big of a boss, but he still is fucking giant. I mean, like the what's the word? The feeling you get when you first see him is like it's bigger when there's no other bosses. But I think TDX probably can bounce back with part 2. It's just not very likely because like it reminds me of Shattered Moon, where you just grind. They don't play the event for fun. You just have to grind. Like TDS, I've grinded, like I'm almost done with the event, and it hasn't even felt like I've grinded like at all because I've had so much fun playing Frost mode and then also helping people with the actual event itself. So I don't know. I hope that TDX fixes what they're doing with their event. They definitely need to make their event like better, and if they don't bounce back, it's probably safe to say that Tower Defense X could be dying. For the first time in its career and its time on Roblox, Tower Defense X could possibly die. So that's kind of it. I just wanted to ramble about this so people can like understand my thoughts and my opinions about this event. That's really it. Thank you for watching all this way, and I hope you had a Merry Christmas, and I hope you have, or if you already did, I hope you have a great New Year. Heading in 2026, my final video of this year. Thank you, everyone.